2, and then he's going to say that Peter is supposed to be David and Moses. But how can this guy be Peter when he said Peter, who was in front of Moses, Elijah? He said, how can Moses be in front of Peter? That's what he's going to say. First of all, you dumb, bubble-eyed, satanic monkey. Moses wasn't there and Elijah wasn't there, right? Right. So you can well, the nigga don't understand that word. Niggas don't understand the word hologram. It was a likeness of the technology that this devil got. He got it from the Most High, man. That blue beam, the Most High deal with blue beam, man. Hologram, the Most High deal with the hologram.
A vision.
With a hologram, hologram.
Oh, it was a vision. It was just
a vision, right. Yeah. He can make, the Lord can make other beings stand before himself. Now, the spiritual reason why Moses and Elijah was on either side, what was the spiritual reason? It doesn't tell you in the scriptures. The spiritual reason was, well, we're going to read it. We're going to read it, all right? Because a lot of people said that Moses is the guy. That's the main guy. Elijah is a guy because even the Lord said he was one of the greatest prophets. But he said, this is the main guy right here. Yahushua is over Moses, and Yahushua is over Elijah. As great as they were, this is the guy. This is the main guy. He's over them. Yeah. All right?
That's right.
Because the Lord said that. This is my son in whom I am well pleased. He didn't say that here, him. He didn't say that. He didn't say that about Elijah. Yep. He didn't call him his son. Moses wasn't his son. He called him friend. He didn't call him son. But ultimately, we all became sons. So who's the chief son? Yahushua. So that's why you saw Moses, Masha, and you saw Elijah, okay? And we got to start saying Elijah's name in the ancient Hebrew, all right?
That's right.
And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make there 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias.
Now, Peter didn't understand what was going on because there wasn't Elijah and Moses really wasn't there. Because what did it say to the Lord, about the Lord? It said he transfigured himself. All right?
While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were sore afraid. And Yahushua came and touched them and said, Arise and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Yahushua only.
Because were they actually there? No. Remember, he transfigured himself. Go back to the point where he said he transfigured himself, and let's look up the words. See, that's why, guys get mad at the fact these other camps get mad because we have this knowledge. The Most High did give us this knowledge, man. And you do have to come to us to get this knowledge. Through Yahushua, which gave us this knowledge. Did not Yahushua set up Peter and said, upon this rock I should build my church? He was talking about Peter. Wasn't there order? Wasn't there first in command that John was the second? And so forth, and James and Andrew and so forth. When the Lord went into the mountains, what 3 apostles did he bring with him? And he had 2 brothers. He had a brother Jude and he had a brother James that were apostles. He didn't bring them. He brought Peter, James, and John, or Peter, John, and James. All right, we got something up.
Yeah, the word transfigured from the Greek.
Strong's G 3339, metamorphao. Metamorphao.
And that's where you get that word metamorphosis from, which I believe meta means outside, and morphosis means to change, change outside. The definition is as follows, and I got another source too. To change into another form, to transform, to transfigure. Yeah, that's pretty much
Hold
it.
up. I just thought about this. The movie Excalibur, right? What did Merlin tell Uther Pendragon? He said, how can I get his wife? He said, I shall transform you into the semblance of the Duke.
Anal natrach, urfas betad, dochiel dienre. Anal natrach, urfas betad, dochiel dienre. Anal natrach, urfas betad, dochiel dienre. Anal natrach, urfas betad. Doch jel diende, anal natrach, urfas methad, doch jel diende, doch jel diende.
I dreamt of the dragon.
I have awoken him. Can't you see all around you the dragon's breath? We have drawn him out. The Duke is off to pursue your men. There he goes. Good. Mount your horse! I will transform you into the semblance of the Duke. Igraine will think her husband has returned. But the cliff, the sea, your lust will hold you up. You will float on the dragon's breath. Ride!
Yep.
He said, ride. He said, there's a mountain there. He said, your lust will hold you up.
That's right.
And so he got nervous, but he ran, and lust held his ass up, man.
That's right.
He said, change, transform.
Right.
And then he transformed into the semblance of the Duke.
Yep.
So if you can't get that, you are a real dummy, man.
That's right.
When Samuel came up, that's another good point. When Samuel Saul Lahab, all right, he went to the witch of Endor, and he disguised himself, all right, because he knew he was doing wickedness. But he was a cat that said, "I'm banishing all witches. Right. If I find that you're a witch, I'm gonna kill you." Right. So he knew about this witch. He said, "Look, I know of a witch." Because the witches, they kept practicing their black magic, but they did it underground. So Lahab, I keep saying Lahab. I don't know why I'm saying it. Saul, I'll say Saul. Saul, all right. Yeah. He went to the witch of Endor, all right, and he went in disguise, and he said, "I want you to call up Samuel." So if we made a movie, she probably held back. No, we mustn't do that. Yeah. Saul said that he would banish all witches, and I might be put to death. You know. Yeah. He said, well, we ain't gonna go to the story, but basically he convinced her, go ahead, it's all right, you know. So she summoned the spirit, and a man came up. So he said, what does a man look like? She said he was an old man wearing a mantle. All right, and then what did he say? He said, why disquieteth me from my rest? Hold on deck, Isaiah 57. He said, why disquieteth me from my rest? He said, know ye not, Saul, that tomorrow, he asked him, am I going to win this battle against the Philistines? And he said, you and your sons, you're going to die. You're going to die tomorrow. All right? And then the Spirit revealed to the witch that was Saul. All right? Because we can go back to the story. That's right. He said, surely you and your son will join me. You know? Which shows you that Saul didn't go to hell. All right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 57:1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart. And
Samuel was one of the righteous. Was Saul one of the righteous? Yes, he was, because he was an Israelite. Ultimately, he's the righteous. He was doing wickedness, but he's ultimately righteous. That's why he went to the same place that Samuel said. Didn't Samuel actually say that? You will join me. You and your son will join me. Somebody find it real quick just to verify it, man. Because I don't want to be found a liar, like certain guys we know. All right, go ahead.
It says, the righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart. And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness.
That's why he said, why doest thou disquieted me in my rest? He was mad at him. All right? So anyway, let's go back to Matthew.
Matthew 17:5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were so afraid. And Yahushua came and touched them, and said, Arise and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Yahushua only. And as they came down from the mountain, Yahushua charged them, saying, Tell the vision to no man until the Son of Man be risen again from the dead. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? See, so this was something that was being noised abroad. It says the disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? Which is talking about Elijah the prophet. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
And let me say this clown that we're talking about, he said that how can that be Elijah coming back when Elijah never died? Well, we never said Elijah died. We said that.